Welcome, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to a very special episode of Boobs and Booze, the unhomophobic edition. Let's see here. Oh, my stars. Oh, the isms and the sexisms and the racisms and all those isms, the homophobes, the jackasses, the jagoffs, the morons, the uneducated, the unwilling, the just ignorant. I see you. I see you. I see you. And I don't like you. You know what grinds my gears? I wasn't going to do a live today, but it's been about almost 2 weeks. So I figured I'd keep up with it. Um Today was very interesting. Oh, hello, Ready Red. Thank you. Ready Red, always stopping in and showing love and support. Thanks, brother. We got to talk some serious shit right here, just for a moment. But we're also going to poke fun of this person because of how ignorant, how stupid, how docile, how white supremacist thinking, and how unlogical this person is. And I, you know, YouTube is not that serious. It really isn't that serious. But when I see an injustice going on, and when I see someone blatantly poking the bear just for clout and attention, and again, I really hate that word clout because it is really overused. So I'm stepping into my hypocrisy right now. But this person, it's not even clout chasing at this point. This is a little bit more borderline obsession and kind of weird and eerie. This person, GX, um, this person is human waste. You know, what really grinds my gears is people, especially within the diaspora of us, who come in and want to be on their Malcolm X's and their MLKs and pretend like they're a Mason, which is laughable. They want to come in and preach this pro-black stuff, but at the same time, on almost every live that they're on, they are saying something homophobic and misogynistic against their own people of the diaspora. Like, give me a break on your Malcolm X and on your MLK. Do you even read, Negro? No, obviously he doesn't because we know he didn't finish high school. Let me say hi to people before I'm going to be nice, nasty. Oh, what's up, Don Philly? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, D Clop, welcome. I watch your show. Welcome. Thank you for stopping in. I'm not one of these people that do this because, you know, I need I need this for for self-gratification. Unlike this other person who's constantly on doing videos every single day talking about hooker, I'll slap you, bitch, I'll slap you, nigga, I'll put my gun in your mouth. But yet, within the same tongue, would go on and preach we need to keep the black families together. We need to take care of our babies. We need to go ahead and make sure that we always do for ourselves before anyone else. This that motherfucker singing that. And 5 minutes later, Fuck you, bitch, you hooker, you slut, you whore. Oh yeah, he called me those things today because I said something, things, plural things. I said a lot of things today. Um, because I've always wanted to say them to him. Because I don't want to go on this person's platform. I don't want to give this person any shine. I do not like this person. I actually loathe this person. I think this person is sorry. And the fact of the matter is, you're that homophobic and misogynist. You don't, these are recorded videos, by the way. So you're so stupid as a 56-year-old man. You're that ignorant to realize all this stuff is recorded for life. And you don't think any employer would see any of this, sir? Right, right. But I digress. You're fucking stupid. So I'm not talking to someone who's logical, but I am talking to a misogynistic, homophobic asshole. Who's your daddy? I want to know. A lot of us want to know who was the positive male figure in your life that said that you talking this way toward any human being, and especially people in your own community. Oh, wait. Homosexuals are not part of the Black community. Is that what we were saying earlier? Is that what we were doing earlier? You were saying that homosexuals don't have they shouldn't be teaching in schools. They shouldn't have the right. Are you what kind you know that's white supremacist ideology, right? That's the kind of same shit that would they still say to us. I mean, look what they're trying to do to us of the diaspora right now. They're trying to sweep up all the history and pretend like none of it happened. The 1619 Project, we don't want it taught. It's critical race theory when it's not. Critical race theory is only taught in fucking college. But again, you GX fit that ilk. You fit that white supremacy ideology. You should actually, you know what? I got some white sheets in the back that I'm not using anymore. You should go on down and hop on to a Klan rally because your rhetoric fits right in. I mean, you might get lynched or drug, but your rhetoric will fit right in into that community because you don't belong in the diaspora. You do not belong in any kind of community. You belong someplace where there is padded rooms, or a place where there's a therapist in a chair where you can sit back and tell your issues. Because, honey, your trauma from childhood up to now, it's screaming. Where's your family? Who loves you? Do you even have any pets? I mean, you did say what makes a man is which is so prehistoric. He said on one of these lives, probably last week or 2 weeks ago, because they all get blurred in. He said, "What makes a man and a woman is bearing children. A man ate a man until he has a seed." Really? Really? That is the most prehistoric, outdated, stupid, misogynistic stuff. And even that statement make no sense, dude. Is this why you're alone? Is this why that you have to come on a social media platform and put up, by the way, I don't know if you noticed this, but he did put up almost nude pictures of his so-called women. Which did these ladies give you permission, sir, to put up these half nude photos on a social media platform? I'm sure they didn't. You have a woman in your kitchen half naked, no, excuse me, naked, but with an apron on. Did you get that lady's permission to do that? Where millions of people can watch. but you need gratification to show that you're a man. So you think posting a half naked woman that's in your house, I can't believe I'm talking. This dude is old enough to know better. Like you would think I'm talking to, I can't even say a teenager, definitely a juvenile. I mean, you are definitely stuck in, let's see, you would have been 15, what, in 1970, 78? Yeah, yeah, you're definitely in the cabeza. You're definitely stuck there. But you're you having to put these photos for your sexual conquest for so everyone can know that I'm a man. Honey, no, that doesn't make you a man. And plus you putting up these photos of different women, by the way. And how come they're not around? I mean, you had photos of what, two, three different women? I don't think they're calling your phone, are they? Because what woman, other than the ones in your chat, Rhonda, I'm going to get onto your slow stroke, slow brain ass. Because you said some homophobic things in that chat. You said, Rhonda, that you said, Uncle Tim, you're choosing the wrong side. You or not, you didn't say that to Uncle Tim. You said that to someone else on the panel. You said you're choosing the wrong side instead of God's side. I hate, loathe, and I'm going to say hate people who use fucking religion for their homophobia. You know, the same thing that slave masters did to us on the plantation. You're doing the same thing. Good job, white supremacists. Again, I got some white sheets. I mean, I heard you're what, only like 5'6", 5'7"? So they'll just drape all over you. It'll fit right in perfectly. But you said, Rhonda, that she is choosing the wrong side, not God's side. How dare you? Who are you? You're using religion as a weapon? Listen, I'm not even religious. I'm a recovering Catholic, as I call myself. And for one thing, I do remember in Catholic school and growing up Catholic is you don't use the Bible as weaponry. But you homophobes, oh, you homophobes sure do love using that Bible, don't you? Until it has something to do with you. Oh, by the way, you're already committing sin, you guys. You eat shrimp, don't you? Y'all want to go to Red Lobster? You're committing a sin. If we want to go there for tit for tat, because I'm so tired of people picking and choosing rhetoric from the Bible, fucking New Testament, and as some way to knock a person's humanity down. And what's even more infuriating is it's coming from our, well, I don't even want to say our kind, because I'm not a part of that kind. Actually, those people like GX would be the kind to be like, oh, sure, boss. I saw somebody running. I saw someone. I think we's got to get them, don't we? Well, that's a good GX. Well, thank you. Can I have a cracker? You fit right in, dude. What is it anyone's business of their sexuality and what they do in the bedroom? Unless you were trying to get down with it. Are you? Because it's really, really, I'm finding it really, really funny that you have been coming around a sector where there is nothing but women and LGBTQ people. Why are you coming over here? Why are you messing with people? Why? What you're telling me and telling a lot of us is that, honey, you just you can't live in your truth. It's screaming that you are a fake and a fraud. And there might be something wrong with you, that you are not comfortable with your sexuality. How's that? Now, I don't like to do that and just say that you're straight up gay, but I'm feeling you are the pathology. And actually, psychology 101, anyone that has such a homophobic stance is also in denial of maybe their own lifestyle. Now, I'm probably going to trigger some people. I don't give a rat's ass because I stand on the right side of humanity. But again, but this person doesn't call himself a Christian, by the way, but yet he does these 2 to 4 hour rants because you don't make any sense. You don't make any sense when you go on these 4 hour rants. And then when you have people on panel, you're so you're just so you just don't have any class. Like even when people grace themselves with the panel on your panel, all you do is curse at them. See, right there says that you don't know very much because the only thing that you can do is just control. Por ejemplo, well, if you want to use my content, why don't you say it? Why don't you ask me? I don't care about that fair use. I can't talk like an idiot, so forgive me, y'all. I'm trying to get down into my slow brother, not soul brother, but slow brother talk. Because I don't come from a family like that. You are a sad, pathetic human being. And you know what? You're kind of evil too. You've called CPS on a black woman, and yet we got to keep the black family together. Like, dude, spare me. Like, did you come up and you say that you're a Mason? Now, what I know is you would not be accepted in that club. Honey, you're not elite enough. You're not smart enough. And first of all, you cackle like a hen. I mean, you should have been an extra on Gossip Girl because all you do is gossip. But your gossip is filled with hate speech. Yes, sorry, J Truth. Oh my God, him again. Yeah, the thing is, I'm so tired of his homophobic rants and his misogyny that no, he's an idiot. He is a gossip girl. It is no one's business, exactly. I mean, shouldn't you be going out and like, you have AARP now, dude? And well, dude, you probably don't. You probably don't. You don't even have water, running water. Who, by the way, who doesn't have running water in their home, dude? See, that says a lot. And then, I mean, I know I'm just going all over the place with this person, but this is the history of this person within. I'm not talking about within the couple of years. I'm talking about within a week or two's time, what this person and what their platform have been doing. And unfortunately, we are on a public platform that is owned by Google, who is LGBTQ friendly. And then you're always talking about smacking a hoe, smacking a bitch, hooker. Oh, you called me a hooker and stupid bitch. Do you have anything in your vocabulary? other than hookah, suck my dick. Oh, that's another one. Who else tells another man if they're not DL to suck his dick? I'm just saying, you say suck my dick a lot. Um, but anyway, you hookah, bitch. I already said suck deekhead, deek deekhead, deekhead. You dig? The you dig is kind of funny. I actually steal that. But people, the thing is, when people on this platform are using your lingo, we're making fun of you because that's all you have. You have no other vocabulary other than those things. You cannot even hold dialogue or debate. And yet again, when someone is having the opposing idea of what you're having, you take it as an insult and you want to mute them or you want to call them a dickhead. I, dude, did you stop peeing in the bed when you were 30? Because you're like a child. People like you do wear Depends. I'm sure you do. I mean, we know you ain't got no teeth. Hey, do this. Take a bite out of crime. Oh, you can't. You are the crime and you ain't got no teeth. Mm. Oh, yeah. Oh, for those, I am being easy tonight, drinking a nice Holy Ghost local beer. It's a Pilsner. It is only about 4%. So let's see what's going on in these comments. Oh, shoot. Jeff, what's going on? Most Mason story revealed the fact that they are. Yeah, J Truth, he talks too much. Him and another so-called masculine men talk way too much. I don't think they see themselves. Yeah, and here's the thing. We need to stop saying, because I'm guilty of saying this too. Stop being so emotional. No, it's there's a different being emotional and having emotions, I guess, is different. We need to learn how, I mean, we're humans, so we are going to be emotional. But that dude, let's see. I need to find another word. Crybaby. We'll just keep it simple. We'll keep it at a third grade level because I think he can only read to a third grade level. See, I'm being Petty LaBelle now. Shout out to Petty LaBelle. But the fact that he is literally going to different people's platforms and harassing them. You're harassing people at this point. It's not clout chasing. You're literally harassing people and you're putting people's names on their titles so you can get you can get someone to talk to you. You really need, dude, actually don't get a pet. Don't get a pet. No, no. You're very abusive. We can tell by your rhetoric. You don't I would say go on vacation, but if you can't pay your water bill, you're not going anywhere. Uh, I mean, seriously, see a fucking therapist, dude. Like your stress and you popping off and you doing this to strangers that you don't know on the internet, brother, you're going to put yourself in an early grave over people you don't know online. That's fucking weird. It's really weird and eerie. Where's your daughter? Hmm? Don't she come around? Hmm? I mean, a man ain't a man until he has a child, and a woman ain't a woman until she gives birth. Well, I guess I'm not a woman because I haven't given birth yet. But last time I checked, I had all the parts of my ovaries and stuff. So, like some of his stuff that he says, very it's like a cult. It's like, did he watch like some old school like Jim Jones VHS tapes and like, oh yeah, this is what I'm going to say, but I'm gonna flip it my way. Like you're fucking. I'm just so tired of you. I'm tired of you. People are tired of you. And the thing is, you're fucking miserable. Oh, why don't you go to the spa? Get a massage. God damn, rub some of that negative energy out, dude. I mean, your crotch rocking ain't doing nothing but hurting your crotch. So you really need to find another hobby because already by you being on this platform, you've already had to go to court. There's already been police involvement. I mean, you've stalked, but you actually put out someone's health status, another female. You put out her business, her health status, which was so vile and deplorable. How dare you do that? How dare you, you misogynist pig? People, because you're not a man, because you don't act like a grown man, but human flesh like you are the ones that are projecting. Like, I would love to see that rat in your house because I know you probably got rats in your house, or mice or cockroaches, water bugs, whatever. I would love to be one of those creatures just to see what is it like to see this man lose control in his home. What does this man do all day? I mean, obviously, it doesn't look like your work anymore. I mean, yeah, you lost a job over this, over your rhetoric, dude. This is a drug for you. And you think that we don't know this. You think that none of this is being seen. You record this shit, dude. Do you not understand that? People will be watching your stuff for a very long time. If you ever decide to change your life, which I hope you do for the sake of humanity, this content of yours will be out there. But I'm not optimistic for you. I'm not. My grandparents always told me at a certain age, people are going to be stuck in their ways, and that is who that person is going to be for the rest of their life. So never try to change a fool. That would be you, dude. That would be you. Oh, and then this is from like maybe a couple months ago. This fool wanted to play some Stevie Wonder, Love Is All We Need, which is on the Songs to the Key of Life. Negro, you ain't got no love. And if this is what you call love, you sure have a weird, sick, evil way of showing it. Hooker. Mhm. I don't like people like you. I don't. I really don't. You're problematic. You hate women. You hate LGBTQ. Straight black men don't even like you either. Who do you have left other than your slow harem of cult followers? Oh yeah, Jeff, I'll totally drop the link. Absolutely. Because Jeff, I think you were on Buddy's you were totally on Buddy's chat. And I usually don't get down like that. I don't. I don't, you know, but that was hate speech. That was hate speech. I don't do that. Mm-mm, mm-mm. That was hate speech, dude. The link is in the chat. And my thing is, listen, I know there are people who just don't accept the lifestyle. Cool. No one told you to sleep with someone of the LGBTQ community, okay? Because it's none of your business. I mean, just like being heterosexual isn't anyone's business how many partners a certain person has had. No, it's nobody's business. Just like this. I don't understand why simpletons like, no, actually, I'm not even going to try to understand people like you because you're an imbecile, because I'll be hurting my brain to really find and figure out what's wrong with people like you. You're so passe, dude. You're passe like that 1994 crotch rocket. You're passe like that green kitchen from 1962. Actually, I like the design of 1962 kitchens. Yours is just puke green. Shout out to Linda Blair. I just, and I went off. I did. I did go off. Because every single day, and I don't watch his stuff, but every single day there is some kind of hate and deplorable rhetoric. You are on the wrong side of the sector, dude. There's a whole right wing, white supremacist sector that would love you. Oh, okay, here's Jeff. Hey, Jeff, what's going on, dude? Oh, shoot, you can't hear me. I'm sorry. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Sorry, hold on. Do, 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 do. Okay. Jeff, I can't hear you. You're muted, dude. Uh-oh. I can't hear you. All right. Yeah, come back up, dude. Hmm. Here, oh, I'll drop the link. Oh, the link's right there. Yeah, it's let's try round two. Do 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 do. Jeff.
Hey, sorry, my Wi-Fi was acting wonky.
Oh, it's okay. Technology. It's fun sometimes.
Yeah, I know. So the topic today, it's old buddy. Hello?
Oh no, I'm here. I'm just shaking my head
Oh, okay.
in
Yeah,
disgust.
I'm sorry. I'm not even looking at the screen.
Sorry.
I'm
No,
sorry.
it just why the show topic is what really grinds my gears, and
Mhm,
that is what really grinds my gears. You know, the fact that this person keeps going. The thing, it's one thing to stay in on your own platform and do your little like cult hate speech with your
mhm,
other cult followers, but this person literally travels around to different platforms, killing the vibe, being vile, being a bigot,
mhm,
and has
mhm.
nothing to offer.
I agree
And
with you. Well, the only thing I don't agree with is the cult part because if it's a cult following, usually your followers stay, right? And Dots brought up a good point. A lot of his followers, they don't stay because
that's
if you look at his rotation, there none of the originals are there anymore.
very true. Very true. You're right. Let me there. I think there are some left. Like, unfortunately, there's what the older woman who I like, Mama Royal. I like her, but I'm just curious to what goes on in these ladies, women. Most, the majority of them are women, which
Mhm.
at this point, you know, this is where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get on you ladies. I'm gonna get in your ass now. Because this is when you have to take responsibility. This person is saying hateful rhetoric, misogynist rhetoric, and you're okay with that. To me, that's abuse, that's verbal abuse, and that's telling me something about you, you know,
Yes,
the
yes.
ones that have been there. But Jeff, you got a point. I might have to refrain from calling it a cult.
No, I'm not saying that the people there aren't. Um, I do my best not to hold the chat accountable, because a lot of us, we just sit and listen, regardless if we're there for a long period of time. I hold you accountable when you start engaging in bad behavior.
Right.
Does that make sense? So if there's a doxing and you're laughing, or that's when I hold you accountable to what the content creator is doing, when you find it okay that they're doing it. Now,
Absolutely.
um,
Like I'm a
did you?
moderator, for example, I'm a moderator in Beasley's chat, and
Mhm.
not everything I don't agree with everything that Beasley
Right?
says.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
not, but there's something with his chat sometimes, and I'm talking about the mods. I'm not talking about the people because I don't actually really go over there because it's hate speech, like I said. But and plus he doesn't know how to. He's not logic. He has no logic.
It seems like he's trying to, and I agree with you. It seems like what he's doing is he's trying to find his niche. And I remember when I got when I got a good grasp of what kind of person he was, is when he was going at Tommy, right?
Uh-huh.
So I used to frequent Tommy's chat a lot, and I used to frequent Vic's chat. I still frequent Vic's chat more now. But that's when I figured out who he was, because he was doing the exact same thing. What he does is he goes from content creator to content creator. Whoever has the most numbers, like it could be you next. Where
Yeah, right?
when you're number, well, I mean, I don't know if you, out of doubt that you would let him up. You probably would, just to grill him, and then you would throw him out.
Yeah, I'd be nice, nasty. I would be nice, you know.
But that's what he does. When he sees the numbers, he loves attention. He loves the attention. That's where he goes.
It's his rush.
Now,
Yes.
what I found out when I was on what he did today. I don't know if you saw it when he was talking to another
Uncle,
gentleman on his panel, right?
Uncle Tim.
Yes. Now, I was watching on Wisdom's platform, and it was interesting because the gentleman wasn't being rude. It was, it was GX that was being rude, and he was being very nasty. And I understand that there was some, miscommunication, which can happen on both ends, but GX was being very nasty about it, you know?
Yeah.
And like you said, when you start using vile language against someone, especially, depending on, doesn't matter what their, sex or how they look at, their outlook of life. I never really judge anybody as far as their outlook of life. I do my best not to do it. As I get older, I learn that every human being has their own individual way that they look at life, right? And I think the best thing that we could do as human beings is to respect that.
Right. And my thing is, like I said, like a few moments ago, yes, there are people who are not going to agree with a person's lifestyle. But my thing is, do not be going over to people's platforms, harassing them and
Yes,
trying to, who do you think you're trying to convert? Is that what he's trying to do? He need to
I
be
think so.
converted. He needs to convert himself to a chair, meaning a therapist,
Now,
because sorry, go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. Go ahead. No, no, no. It was, you were
No,
speaking.
it's just like you can tell this person is so hurt and wounded and but hurt people. But the thing is, you're going looking for it,
Yes,
and the thing,
it's the attention seeking. Like I said,
yeah, and I get
it
it.
it.
It's a drug for some people. It
Yep.
really is.
Hmm.
Social media is a drug for a lot of people. But this
Hmm.
old bastard, I shouldn't be an age,
Oh,
guys. I'm not. We're all going to be that age someday, or if we're not now, we will be. But there's something called wisdom that comes with the territory. I
hmm.
like I said, this fool is stuck at 15, and that's an insult to 15-year-olds.
I know a lot of teenagers that are way more mature than this,
That's exactly. And the thing is,
and
what's really sad is people like him, I hate to say this,
mhm,
they're ill, not just mentally, but physically. This person is ill. And the reason why I'm saying this, all the stress, all the yelling,
mhm.
going back and forth with strangers. We
Like you
don't
said, it's like you just said. This is a drug, and his drug is the attention online. He needs this in order to cope with what's going on in reality. Now, it's interesting because when you look into his reality, based on what everybody is saying, and I found it interesting that he's due on his bills. Like he's way past due to the point where his home might be hitting a tax sale. And I'm really interested in it because, I'm looking for investment properties. So, I mean, if as far as what I heard, Nikki Baker and I are going to be trying to bid each other out. So,
Oh my
um,
God, I like
yeah.
that. That would
But
be some sweet, sweet karma, seriously.
yes, but the sad thing about it is if that's the case, he's so stuck online, he's not even willing to pay his bills. Like it's funny because this isn't the only content creator that's doing that. There,
Right.
far as what as I've been going throughout YouTube for these past few years, all of this stuff is starting to come to the light. Like I think I've run into four different content creators where I found out about four different content creators taxes, or they're in Section 8 and they've been thrown out. And it's funny, but they're boasting that they're, the big cheese online.
And the
And
thing
it's
is,
so strange.
it's, you know what, the thing, again, going back to freshman year of college, psychology 101, people who boast the most usually have the least.
That is true.
And,
Yes.
people who have it, they're not going to boast about it every day. They're not like, well, I got this and I got that. Well, I found out there's a lien on your car, so I guess you don't
Yep.
got it.
Yep.
Well, and
Yep.
the thing, I don't think I just hate when people do that because I'm like, you're already telling me you're lying. You're already telling me you're lying. It's okay. We all struggle. It's okay. But don't come up off as like Mr. Big Shot or Mrs. Big Shot, like you got this. No. And actually, it's not hard to be nice to people. We may not agree
Mhm.
with everything. And that's another thing with this pendejo. If you disagree with him, if you disagree with him, that's it. The dialogue is done and there's no conversation after that. You turn into hookers,
Yep.
bitches, deekheads, DEEKHEAD, deekhead.
Mhm.
Um, did I miss any of his vocabulary? Because there's not a lot.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hooker.
I did say hooker, you dig?
Okay.
Yeah. I think we got the
That's all I
majority
know.
of
Yeah.
GX's
Well,
vocabulary.
besides saying, talking about people's private parts and yeah,
Pussy,
yeah.
butthole.
I'll kill your mama.
I'll tell you,
Yeah.
but we got to have the black community together.
I'll skull fuck. I'll skull
Also,
f your mama's head.
dead body.
Yep.
So
I'll dig up your
really,
dead body.
thank you, Jeff.
Yeah.
I forgot about the skull fucking dead
Yeah.
body stuff. That's another one. See, and when you use that as your vocabulary as a get back, ooh, child, you got some.
Got some explaining to do.
Yeah, like, dude, no, it's like I'm curious to know who hurt you. Like, seriously. And the thing is, at his age, I don't think he wants to find out. I think,
you
obviously
know.
he's set in his ways,
Mhm.
but you coming to harass people, because again, at this point, ain't nobody seeking him. He's going to other places and
Well, he
seek.
has to be the center of the attention. Again, it all the crossroads lead to the attention that he is seeking. So if he's not the talk of the town, that's a problem, you know. And I don't watch him. I've had I've had two conversations with him, and they didn't go terrible, but they weren't so great. The first conversation I had with him, he yawned in my face. So yeah, yeah,
That's rude.
it was due to, I think, to the Kong situation, Kong King.
Tom King, yeah.
And
You lost
I was
him.
talking, yeah, I was talking to him about Kong King, and it was something else. Oh, it was about Kong King, and it was about 47 Ronin, and he got upset because 47 Ronin was trying to tell him something that was very in my opinion, would have benefited him, because what 47 Ronin was trying to tell him is like, look, um, your actions on here, you know, online, you know, they're pretty deplorable. Maybe you should just step back and, you know, just try and be reasonable with other people, you know. And then what he did was he cursed out 47 and Kong, went to his channel and proceeded to, you know, berate them and belittle them and call them all types of names and threaten them. And I went up on the panel and told him, like, look, 47 Ronin is like, I don't know. I consider him like my online family. Like,
Mhm.
you know, you do your best to defend your family, but I didn't go and just outright put my, you know, I didn't put everything out just to, you know, hey, look, I didn't plead with him or beg him. I just like, look, let's just let it go, right? Like, you don't need to talk about him. Both of you are just about around the same age. Let's just let it go.
Right.
And I kind of succeeded, but not really, because he still attacked him a little bit, but he didn't go full in on both of them. So for me, it was a little bit of a victory, because I mean, come on, you're about to talk about a 60, you know, like 47 is in his 60s, and you're about to talk about a 60-year-old man, and you're going to just drag him through the mud for what? And 47 Ronin is a very respectable man.
I'm
Yeah,
familiar with him. Because he was in this. He used to be in this chat for a while. This
yeah,
is
yep.
over a
And
year.
47, he floats around. He's still in the sector. It's just he's more of a observer now. He doesn't really engage anymore, because he's gotten to the point where, you know, he's got, you know, issues, and he's dealing with them. And, you know, his wife was like, look, I'm not going to let you go to the hospital, you know, because you're stressing out about this stuff.
Mhm.
So he's more an observer. That's actually from what he said. So I was like, I respect that, and it's cool to see. And I'll see him every once in a while bouncing around. You know, he'll type, and he usually only talks now when it's educational content. So that's where I'll catch him, and I respect him for that, because this stuff will drive you crazy, especially
Absolutely.
when, like you said, like what he's doing. What ZX is doing. He's stressing out about stuff for nothing, and he's screaming at the top of his lungs. Now, I'm not saying that he's not entitled to his opinion, but when he's like going, you know, absolutely
You're
apoplectic over
berating
stuff that,
people.
yep.
You
Well, it's not even debating when you're
no,
apoplectic,
no,
right? Like,
berating,
oh
not
yes,
debate.
yes.
You
I'm
don't know
sorry.
how to debate. He's berating people.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
when you're doing that, you lose people, and that's what is happening to his channel. And I mean, I'm not telling him that's not what, if he wants to do that, that's fine, but he can't sit, you know. I'm hoping he's not sitting there and wondering, like, why are these people leaving me? I'm sure he knows. I'm very sure he's self-aware. It's
he's
just
probably
that
in the fetal
he just
position of,
doesn't
"Why
care.
are these people leaving me? Why are these people leaving me? I love me. I love them."
But he
Mhm.
probably is just at the point where he doesn't care. When you, I think when you hit a certain age, when things happen, you just roll along with it. You know, you're like, F it. Like the whole Nikki situation, like she was pretty much, you know, his number one,
I
and he just
know.
tossed her away.
Hey, Miss Betty Boop.
Hey, Miss
Um,
Betty Boop.
and yeah, that's exactly, she did her dirt. We all know
Hmm.
that, yes. But we also see that he has no loyalty to anyone. And what I just found vile about that whole situation with the Nikki Baker and the Coco and everything else, I mentioned this earlier about when he told someone about their status online.
Yeah,
That is evil.
yeah,
That's evil. Like at this point, there is some evilness to you because obviously you had an online relationship, not dating, but she was one of his, you know,
yep. One
mods
of
and
his loyal, yeah, one of his loyal fans. It's sad because I remember when they first fell out, like when they truly fell out, and then she started going on her own channel.
right,
I was actually pretty surprised that he had some sort of restraint because I expected him to go full in, you dirty hooker, but he didn't. He wanted to, I could tell by his tone, the way he was talking and on his channel, but he didn't go full in. Now he doesn't care because the
right.
feeling is gone. The feeling is completely gone. You could tell.
And because
But
during that time, which is such an ass backwards thing to do, because he was with Fry Babe and stuff like that, which he really, he like, dude, you're a player about to get played. Actually, you're not a player. But like, and then he tosses, the chicas that were, loyal to his
right.
channel for
Hmm.
now. You have I mean, you have nothing now.
Nope.
And the thing is, like,
You.
it's not hard to be nice to people. It's not, it's refreshing to be nice to people. It's stress free. You wake up better, your skin
That
looks better.
you would think so, but some people they are. I don't know. It's I guess it's how they go through life or go about life. I guess there was like a point in his life where that's all he knew was pain. And some people that go through that, that's all they do is, you know, if that's all that's happened to them is be, belittled and they were always told that they look ugly or stuff like that. They tend to project that out onto other people. They project their pain out, and this is
Hurt
probably what we're seeing.
Yeah, hurt people. But at the
Yep.
same time, it seems like he's shopping around to hurt people. And then the control. Oh, the most
Yeah.
unattractive thing about a human being is control. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't find Hitler was not attractive. He was a control freak. That's correct. Okay.
Yeah, but
Control.
he ruled with
And
well,
our
first he didn't rule with fear. He didn't rule with fear until he had three countries in his clutches when he started conquering other countries. He ruled with nice kindness first. It's kind of like you said. It's kind of he's doing the kind of the same way when new people come in. Oh, you're welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to my
everybody's welcome.
yeah. He
Everybody's welcome on the
he bring
panel.
he wants you up on the panel. He wants you to speak. He wants you to introduce yourself, and
Okay,
then
cool. All
you're
right, cool.
before you know it, you got a wrench and you're donating to him. And Hitler did the same thing,
Hula,
and
Julio. I'm like, dude,
Stalin did the same thing as well. It's that control complex, and then I guess when you finally wake up, that's when you become the hooker, and you get thrown out, your wrench gets taken, and then you get like 10 videos done on you.
It's so true.
I got nothing against the guy. I really don't. Like,
I have a lot against the guy, but
but
I appreciate
it
you
was
being.
crazy because I saw, when I came in, I didn't see the whole thing, but I saw him on the panel, and I saw you were just grilling him, and I was like, oh my goodness. Now I always knew that you didn't, you never really cared for him, but
I don't.
what I came up here for is I wanted to know what caused that. Like what caused that clash that we saw today?
That clash was the misogynist, homophobic statements that I heard.
Okay. That we saw on Wisdom's channel.
That is correct.
Okay.
And the thing is, because he's actually and I've been, I travel around, so I go to the beef sector, and I've
Right.
noticed him going on to platforms that are mostly women and LGBTQ, and
Right.
he's harassing people, and it's gross. And then, I just had enough. His rhetoric, like I've been hearing this fool talk this mess for over a year or two, about 2 years.
Hmm.
I don't go over there. I've been over there a couple times. I've been on his panel, and I'm like, ew, never again. Gross. And I just had enough. And especially, he's had two gay black men's name up because he's trying. He's being a fucking bigot, and I
He
don't like
he's
that.
he's talking about Jay Wilson and the other gentleman that was on today, right?
Yeah,
That's who you're talking about.
Tim Blaine, yeah, and Tim
Tim,
Blaine,
yeah.
yeah, and Tim Blaine, he usually minds his business, but he had Tim Blaine's name up there. I'm like, oh Lord. So I looked
That's
onto
why
it
he showed up. Okay. I
because
got you.
he was baiting, and Tim sometimes don't care. He's like, listen, I will have dialogue with this person, which that sometimes I rather have dialogue than like ignore.
Right.
But again, the opening dialogue of this homophobe was trying to make Tim like he was less than a man. And I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna brag about Tim's background, but he's got some street up in him. And just because he's the same gender loving person, don't mean he can't beat your ass. And the thing is, he GX thinks that
Yeah.
I call him GX. Because he ain't no motorcycle. He don't go vroom, vroom. He go put. There is, the thing is, he thinks just because you're same gender loving, that makes you less than. That's a white supremacy ideology that you're doing. That's actually some plantation shit too. And the thing is, it'll be different if we were going onto his platform and messing with him, but no, it's the opposite. He goes to other people's platform that he disagrees with their lifestyle and women, and plus the violence toward women. I'm tired of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I agree with you. And
Like,
I that's the thing I don't get. Like there's certain lifestyles that he doesn't agree with. Oh, that's fine. I mean, we all have lives. There's certain lifestyles. I mean, no human being can't say there's not a lifestyle that they don't agree with. Whether if it's drugs, whether if it's um, whatever orientation of sex you rather to be with, it's
religious.
something that religion, government. There's something that a human being does not agree with, right?
Right.
And what a normal person would do is or not do is go to somewhere they don't like. And that's what I do. Like I don't really care for the beef sector, so I don't go. I'll go depending on what the topic is. Like if it's something I want to hear about, okay, I'll go. But typically they talk about stuff I don't really care for. Like no offense, it's not anything I would want to listen to. Just like
Not your
with Mike. Are you familiar with Mike Mills in LA? Are you like they've been doing the same running animation, constantly for years. Like I've been on here for years, and I've heard the same thing over and over and over and
I'm
over again.
tired.
The same thing, like with Styles, it's all the same stuff. So I don't even go over there anymore. Like
Right.
it has nothing to do with like I said, like sexual orientation or what you believe in. It's just like if you're not speaking about something I want to hear, don't really care to be there, right?
Right.
And that's with any content creator. Like sometimes I'll scroll by and I'll hear something. I'm like, oh, I don't want to hear that today. Maybe I want to go listen about golf, or I want to, read a book. I'll go do that or watch TV.
You
But
know,
what he tends to do is he'll go somewhere that he doesn't agree with, and just go full on battle mode on it. And it's crazy to me because I don't purposely go somewhere I don't like
Yeah,
and
and the
bring
thing
that negativity to my channel. Sorry.
right, and the thing is, that's not even trolling, dude. That's not even
Nope.
trolling. It's not. You
Nope.
are just searching for trouble,
Mm-hmm.
and I really think he probably gets off on it. It might be a sexual thing, because I don't know. I mean, seriously,
Maybe.
I mean,
Maybe.
he probably could be getting off on the fact because I mean, and honestly, I kind of think he might be DL. That's just me, but I shouldn't be
Ah.
because again, I'll say this again, anytime you have that hate and you go look for someone that you hate, you're kind of projecting and you're kind of you're trying to tell us something about you that you're not comfortable within yourself to handle. Psychology 101.
I can't
Um,
disagree with that.
and the thing is, and yeah, here's another thing. I will go this is and I will hate watch sometimes Fox News or Steven Crowder just cuz. But I'm not gonna go up in that chat and say, "Fuck all you guys, I believe you, bye, die." I'm not going to do that. I'm just gonna be like, "Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay, going back over this way now."
Hey, don't feel
So
bad because I'm Republican and I don't really like Fox News and all either.
that's right. I do recall you are conservative, and that was another thing. He had I didn't watch it because it was him, but GX had a thing about conservatives, and I'm like, dude, being a homophobe. Well,
Yeah, that's not a conservative thing. Well, true conservatives,
true.
true conservatives. Now this is a fact. They don't necessarily. Well, maybe I can't really speak for everybody else. I'm just
I
going to speak
can't.
for me.
I mean,
But
I mean, we
for
know the
myself as a
history.
conservative, you don't really voice out your opinion, and I think the same thing go. And I believe the same because my parents are Democrat, like they're full on Democrat, and I believe that most people that really care about what their beliefs are as far as like politics, they don't really speak it because you know me and my family, we don't speak about who we vote for. Like we don't. It's really not in anybody's business.
That's
You
true.
can tell somebody, but really typically most people that vote for a particular person or supports a particular side or agenda, they don't really speak about it with anybody else. They kind of keep that within their household and they go out and they vote. That's why when you go out and vote, you have
Mhm.
the dividing partitions. They're not out in the open and everybody can see who you're voting for. You privately vote, you privately put it in the ballot box and you leave. And that's it.
My
We have run
grandparents
it.
were raised. Oh, sorry. My
No.
grandparents kind of raised us like, when I remember as a kid, I would ask, "Who'd you vote for?" "None of your business." And
Yep.
so it was kind of like it's personal.
Yes.
But now that we're here, my thing is like, we've had this talk about conservatives and I'm a progressive and what have you.
Mhm.
But what I don't like is people uneducated, unlogical, simple, stupid, misogynist, homophobes like GX that want to use it just and I don't even know if he can spell the word conservative. Seriously.
Ah.
Because I mean, the thing is, here's a funny thing. He's so conservative, but he has a picture of him at Obama's inauguration in 2009.
That is not conservative.
Um, and shout out to Obama and gay marriage, by the way. Shout out. Um, you voted for that's really funny too. If you're so if you're much of that homophobic, it's just like he doesn't know what he stands on. He just throws out hate speech, and that's
Yeah.
it. I'm like, you have no stance. And you're not even a dude, how are you gonna lie about being a Mason? Like,
Now with the Mason stuff, it's funny because I have several Masons in my family that I didn't even know were Masons until last year when my grandfather passed. My grandfather, I found out, was a Mason. And I was like, he never said anything about it. My cousin,
Secretive.
yeah, they were around the same age. Yeah, they're very secretive. My
Yeah,
cousin and my grandfather are the same age. They grew up together, and they actually went to the same chapter. And he told me, we're not supposed to tell you. Like, some Masons, they do outwardly show that they are Masons, but they'll never internally tell you what's going on. They don't even give you a hint. You'll just see, oh, there's you see the symbols, you'll
terrible.
see, the paraphernalia, but you'll never see them really talking about anything. And it was crazy because I didn't realize what level he was. I didn't know what level he was because when we were going through his stuff, I found a saber
Oh
that
wow.
had the emblems on it, and I was like, "Holy crap! This is a sword with, the the symboling." And my cousin, because when we were going through his stuff, he said, "I have to take that back to them," and I was like, "Oh." And I kept asking him, like, "What did he do in there?" And he said, "I can't tell you." I was like,
Yeah.
"Wow!" It was crazy because I for years, like, this is a guy that I've been around since I was a baby. Had no idea he was a Mason, no idea until he died. And because of the whole COVID thing, and they're supposed to have a huge pomp and stance, pomp and circumstance, um, like they'll do something for their funeral, but because of COVID, they couldn't do it. We couldn't
Yeah.
get in contact with any of the chapters. We couldn't, get in contact with anybody. It was sad because he was also a veteran, and he
Oh.
served in the Korean War. He didn't even get the 21 gun salute because of COVID. Yeah, it was
Oh,
sad.
R.I.P. your grandfather too. I'm sorry about that. Oh,
No, it's messed up because he actually died of COVID. Like, he caught COVID and like went downhill.
I'm so
But
sorry.
I appreciate it. But he lived a good life. Like, he left behind a lot of good memories for me and my
That's good.
family. And it was amazing because I found out a lot about his life. When after he died, because he was so secretive, even about his military service, he never told us what he did. And I found out that he jumped from planes. He was in the Air Force. He jumped from planes in
Ah,
Tokyo, and I was like, "What the heck?" He never said anything, and I always asked him because I found out that he was in the service. I can't. I was a kid, and he was wearing something that I guess it was like a pin, and it was an Air Force pin, and he was like, one day I'll tell you about it." Every year I would ask him, "What did you do?" And he
got
was
you.
like, "Oh, I never. Yeah, I'll tell you. When you're older." And I got older now, and I'm in my 20s. He still hasn't told me, and then he died, and I never got to find out, what he did. But not to veer away from the subject, but yeah, the whole Mason thing. It's interesting because even going back a few years, hearing about him talking about being a Mason, they never really boast or bragged about that. None of them. Like, far as what I've heard, and I've walked around, been around Masons even at work, and they just don't speak about it. Like, you'll be like, "Oh, he's a Mason." You could tell because some of them wear, like I said, the symbols, but nothing.
Yeah, it's not something that you're like, I'm a Mason, everybody, or I'm a
Right.
Shriner. You don't, it's not one of those things that you just like boast about.
Right.
And I mean, the thing, why would you lie? I mean, you can,
The attention.
people, the thing, I know it's the attention, but people are eventually going to find out your lie. And you can't even answer questions. I'm like, it's just everything that he does now is just so disrespectful. I'm like, dude, you know how you can get attention? Flipping the script and trying to be nice. That might blow up the whole sector of like if he turned a new leaf, but he's not.
Nobody would believe it.
Exactly. And it's just like, so yeah, earlier today, like I popped off. I'm not gonna lie, I popped off. I said some motherfuckers, you homophobic bitch, uh, because he started you hooker, you. I'm like, here we go, and I'm like, and
Yep.
I asked
Yep.
him, do you have any other vocabulary words besides that?
Yep. Yep. Yeah,
No.
so I heard him call you the hooker, and I was like, "Here we go. It's game on now."
I mean, I
Yeah.
just at this point, I used to be sympathetic with people like that, but now, I don't feel anything for people like him because you're looking to hurt people because you're hurt on
Hmm.
a platform. Like, dude, go find some fucking you listen, you have AARP, sir. I
Wait,
think you
he's in
should.
his 50s. I didn't think he can wait. When you can only qualify when you're 55, right?
No, I
ARP.
think it's when you turn 50 is when you
Oh,
50 is
okay. Oh
the
yeah.
AARP. So he's like 6 years deep in.
Wow.
Dude,
Ooh.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. These thoughts, the way he is, like, and then he also puts his mother's and his daughter's business out there.
I haven't seen that, but I heard about it
That
because
was last year.
Vic would post it, and I'm like, he posts this stuff. He was like, yeah. I'm like, oh my god.
None of my business.
I remember he put out the audio of his mom, and I was like, what the hell? Who would do? I would never do that to my mother.
We don't need to know that, sir.
Yeah.
And if you love your mama, I love my mama so much. Well, you have a funny, weird way of showing it, dude. You really do. Ugh. But anywho, I better start dinner. Jeff, I love when you come.
Okay.
We always have these great conversations.
Toya, I love talking to you. It's fun. It is very fun.
Yeah, sorry that you saw me go buck wild a little bit. I try not to,
No,
be.
it's cool seeing a different side. Oh, and I like the Supreme hat. I love the
Oh,
Supreme hat. You got to be in
thanks.
New York, right? You're in New York, right?
No,
No?
no,
Okay.
I'm
Okay. Because I
Cali.
know there's only oh, right, because I know there's only two places you can get, no, three places. It's New York, Chicago, and Cali. It's one of the three.
I
All
got
right,
this
cool.
when I was visiting family in Shanghai. I went to the store
Oh,
there.
wow. Wow.
Yeah,
You got a nice piece. Supreme
thanks.
isn't cheap. Supreme is not cheap.
Yeah, no, it's not. And I usually don't spend money on this shit, but I was on vacation. So I'm like,
Why
eh.
not?
And plus, it wasn't a long ass line because here there's some long ass lines. I'm like,
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yep. For a simple branding.
yeah, like, and it was after Christmas sale too. So, I really didn't
Wow. Nice.
like
Nice. Joy, I'm not going to keep you. You have a good night. I
Jeff,
enjoyed
thank you for
myself.
coming up, brother. It's
No
always a
problem.
pleasure. Bye.
Yes. Bye
Oh, dude.
bye.
Hey, Nylisa. Thanks. I don't do friends. I like that name. Well, I have to get dinner started because I'm starting to get hungry. You want, what'd you say? Just want to hit the like. Good night. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for hitting the like. Please hit the like. Thank you. Thank you, Jeff, for coming up. We always have nice dialogue. I appreciate that. Um, oh, thanks. Thank you. There's my 11th finger. That's for you, GX. And then there's this. No, it's not Illuminati, y'all. It's not Illuminati. I don't belong to nobody. I want to thank you guys for coming through. Uh, look at me, cloud chase. Oh. Oh, that's so funny because someone's going to probably say, you're clout chasing. I'm like, off someone who doesn't have numbers? Come on now. Come on. I just don't, honestly, I don't like homophobes and misogynists. That's basically what it is. And I don't like people who are evil. I don't like people who like to spread their misery on others. Um, And I think, oh, thank you, D Cop, for. I am glad you enjoyed it. I'll be over there to watch you because I've seen there's some stuff going on, girl. I ain't gonna say nothing. Um, green sector stuff. I'm trying to figure it out. Um, I'm speaking too much truth. Yeah, let me stop. Let me shut up and stop speaking truth and go fix dinner now. I will see y'all. Hold on. Sylvan. farewell, I'll meet you in the end. So long, farewell, I'll get you in the end. So long, farewell, I'll meet you in the end. So long.